I have to start off with some really good news, actually some wow. 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 News. We can see the path now and very clearly. So, finally we get word that Iraq has met all its requirements to join the World Trade Organization, W.T.O. This does not make the RV imminent. All these recent activities and events matter, and the RV is a byproduct of all these events, not a singular event in itself. The view is now in sight, and the writing is on the wall. So much on the wall that I do not believe anything is going to stop it short of a major disaster. The Council of Ministers, who we've been talking about a lot, have been in the news with al-Sudani. He had 2 COM meetings in one day, which is unheard of. You can see where this is headed. What they're painting a picture of is Iraq is imminently going into the international world. Sudani has said he wants to raise the purchasing price of the dinar for all Iraqis, both at home and abroad. He has also said he wants to restore the dinar to its former glory. Minister of Finance on TV saying they have activated the automation and digitalization process. Frank, that's important. Digitization is the backbone of the monetary reform. That's what's going to move the currency in and out of the country, but more so out there when it starts to float for us. That will add the real effective exchange rate to your currency. When they keep talking about returning to the glory days, they didn't have inflated dollars. Iraqi citizens weren't running around with 25,000 or 50,000 dinar notes. They were running around with much lower denominations. That is when the exchange rate was higher. It was against the lower Iraqi dinar denotations. At least be prepared for the fact that they're going to delete the zeros and then change the exchange rate. That is more likely to happen. Is it possible to leave the zeros on? Yeah, of course it. But think realistically about all this. Trump Organization to develop $1.5 billion golf course and hotel project in Vietnam. Quote, in mid-September, representatives from the Trump Organization visited the province and met Hung Yen authorities to discuss investment opportunities. According to the provincial administration, we are excited to enter this dynamic market. Vietnam has potential in the luxury hotel and entertainment industry. Eric Trump, executive vice president of the Trump Organization, also the second son of former President Donald Trump, said in the statement. Articles out how Iraq has completed all the steps needed to join the WTO. We knew they had completed all the steps, and now this is an official statement saying they are done. Many experts besides myself, including other intel providers, and members of the Iraqi Finance Ministry, believe this will bring us their increased rate. What I heard is that huge whales have received their notifications and are flying to their destination to receive their blessing. I can't say more until I'm allowed to speak. Nothing is guaranteed in this journey, but I have absolute faith that any day we are going to receive the news we've been waiting for. Their Gotti government and their institutions doing payments electronically. 600 entities of the government already are doing it. That's huge. There's no turning back. The country of Iraq is embracing electronic digitization for the state institutions and the financial system. Progress has been massive. 2 million cards the first year and 18 million more this year. It shows progress like no other. Turning on their new exchange rate will ignite the country into a digital revolution. The world will marvel over it. After the important steps and achievements made by the government in more than one file and sector, it was the turn to address the world and confirm that Iraq has become an economic power that should not be underestimated, and has all the qualifications and capabilities to join the World Trade Organization, WTO, after completing all preparations for that. The government headed by Prime Minister Mohammed Shia al-Sudani has set, within its government program, a clear vision for the economic future in Iraq, which included setting timetables for achieving the liberalization process and focusing on sectors with high potential such as agriculture, industry and services, which contributes to accelerating accession to the organization. According to the spokesman for the Ministry of Commerce, Mohammed Hanoun, to Al-Sabak. All preparations were completed by the government team representing all ministries, which held an important meeting in Abu Dhabi headed by Minister of Commerce Orthia Dawood Al-Ghariri. He explained that Iraq has fulfilled all the requirements for joining the organization, through a package of legislation and laws currently being discussed to reform the current legal system to be in line with the requirements and controls of the international organization, such as coordinated trade policies throughout the country, including tariff rates and customs procedures. Experts believe that joining the organization will be a major achievement for the government, especially since it has great benefits, including increasing Iraqi exports and contributing to stimulating economic growth.